Hello everyone and welcome back to my true crime channel. I hope you're all well and having a good day. Today I want to talk about DonWells, the father of missing 5-year-old SummerWells, who has recently appeared on television in America. Don's body language was extremely defensive, quite bizarre at points, and to me it showed me a guilty man that knows what happened to his daughter. I'm going to discuss why and go through the strange things that Don did. In this video, I'm going to show you the footage to show you what I'm talking about and then give you more of an assessment afterwards. So I'm going to show you the footage now and then I'm going to show you little snippets of it again to highlight to you where I think Don is being deceptive and why it's obvious from his body language.
Have there been any updates from investigators to you all?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Have there been any updates from investigators to you all?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all.
DonWells hasn't seen his daughter since June 15th.
My boss never give up faith in me, and so I'm still. Never give up faith in me, and so I'm still.
So the very first thing that I picked up on here is Don's blink rate is through the roof. A bit like this. Generally, when a person is feeling stressed and anxious, and also when they're being deceptive, their blink rate goes through the roof. Don's blink rate is pretty nuts. I'm going to show you the clip as I said, but I'm going to show you more than once, slowed down and over again, the blink rate, just so you can spot it, because often when you're watching it with Don speaking, you don't tend to notice it. If you watch it on mute, it's often much more obvious just how high Don's blink rate is.
They're just wanting to help find Summer, and that's their number one goal.
He's tried to catch up with work while also looking for Summer.
Every once in a while, I call TBI and talk to one specific person, and he tells me they're still checking on a lot of things and stuff, and he says, with all this stuff that's happened on social media, it's just, while I call TBI and talk to one specific person, and he tells me they're still checking on a lot of things and stuff, and he says, with all this stuff that's happened on social media, it's just, once in a while I call TBI and talk to one specific person, and he tells me they're still checking on a lot of things and stuff, and he says, with all this stuff that's happened on social media, it's just.
Have there been any updates from investigators to you all?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Time to change everything, a lot of things. Get rid of the truck, change up the appearance of it. Or, all you have to do is take the ladder rack off or whatever, and don't take much time to change everything, a lot of things. Get rid of the truck, change up the appearance of it. Or, all you have to do is take the ladder rack off or whatever, and don't take time to change everything, a lot of things. Get rid of the truck, change up the appearance of it. Or, all you have to do is take the ladder rack off or whatever, and don't take much. They're just wanting to help find Summer, and that's their number one goal.
Don says the social media frenzy that's hindered search efforts is also impacting his family.
It's been horrific.
One of the clear things that Don did was the fig leaf. It's a move where people tend to put their hands over their abdomen, especially if they're a woman, or if they're a man, they tend to put their hands over their private parts. What that is a defense mechanism. It's to make someone that feels nervous in a situation feel more secure, and generally when we do feel nervous, we feel like we want to cover ourselves up to protect ourselves.
DonWells hasn't seen his daughter since June 15th.
Now, something else that I saw Don do, which could be described as the eye rub, wasn't quite an eye rub, but it was close enough. At one point, he tries to not look at the interviewer, in my opinion, because he's being deceptive, and he wipes around this part of his face, around his nose, just under the eye, which is also known as the eye rub.
Horrific. Like I say, on top of our daughter being a horrific. Like I say, on top of our daughter being a horrific. Like I say, on top of our daughter being a
Now, men tend to do the eye rub a lot more than women. It is noticed by body language experts all around the world that men do it more. Often it's because they're being deceptive and they're trying to hide that they're lying. And the reason that it's seen as a deceptive form of body language is it's the brain's attempt to block out deceit. By rubbing your eyes or rubbing around the eye area or rubbing both eyes, it's seen as an attempt that you're not being deceptive. It really is just the brain's attempt to stop the deceit from being obvious. Don really isn't very good at it. To me, whenever I see DonWells, he's being deceptive. I can see it a mile off, and the way he tries to hide it just doesn't wash or work with me.
We turned to social media, which was hoping that that could help us find our daughter, and everybody come up, theorizing and all kind of stuff. Well, losing hope. Well, I wonder if I'll ever see her again. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to lose hope, but yeah, I guess I am losing hope that I'll ever see her again. But yeah, I pray for her all the time, and hope. I hope that she comes back. Yes, but I wonder. Yeah.
Losing hope.
Well, losing hope. Well, I wonder if I'll ever see her again. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to lose hope, but yeah, I guess I am losing hope that I'll ever see her again. But yeah, I pray for her all the time, and hope. I hope that she comes back. Yes, but I wonder. Yeah.
Something else that was bizarre to me about Don's high blink rate is I think he notices that he's doing it, and then rather than look away, which is what most guilty people would do, rather than blinking, they'd look away and not make eye contact with the person that they're lying to. Don quite often closes his eyes, and he's talking to the interviewer like this with his eyes closed. Bizarre. Doesn't make much sense to me. Didn't add up, and I found it really, really weird. Now, normally when a person is being deceptive and they realise that their blink rate is extremely high, they tend to look away from the person that they're lying to. No, Don doesn't do that. Don decides to close his eyes quite a lot. Really weird. Not really seen many people do that. It's obviously Don's way of trying to hide that he's lying, and to me, it just doesn't wash. Another thing about the high blink rate, often when someone's lying and being deceptive, they have to think for longer about the next thing that they're going to say because it's not the truth. The truth just flows from our mouths. Lies don't tend to flow from our mouths. We have to think a bit more. We need a bit more thinking time. So when someone does have a high blink rate like Don, it's because they're trying to look for the next lie. They need a bit more time to think, and blinking, like Don does, seems to help him. Another reason why the eye rub is seen as deceptive is often when someone does it and puts their hand over both of their eyes or one of their eyes, they're not making eye contact with the person that they're lying to. It makes it easier for the person that's lying to be deceptive, and it makes them think that they're not going to be busted by the person that they're lying to because they're not constantly making eye contact with them.
Horrific. Like I say, on top of our daughter being a It's been horrific. Like I say, on top of our daughter being abducted.
So I'm sure after showing you the footage, guys, you can see clearly what I'm talking about. Don's blink rate is through the roof. It's really rapid, it's really high. I think he's being deceptive. I've thought all the way through his daughter's disappearance over the past nearly 4 months now, that he's a liar. I do not believe DonWells. I'm not saying that he harmed his daughter, I never have, but I still believe, and I've never stopped believing, that Don and Candace both know where Summer really is. Now the fig leaf is really interesting. You can see it with Don a mile off. In the clip that the body language panel have recently shared of an interview that they've got premiering tomorrow evening here in the UK, Don does this fig leaf thing again. Often you'll see men do it when they're in a situation where they find themselves to be nervous or stressed or anxious, and Don does it quite a lot. But what I found really interesting is the woman interviewing him reflects his body language and does it as well. She puts her hands a lot lower than a woman normally would. Normally it'd be around the stomach or the lower stomach or the abdomen area, whereas she is actually covering up her private bits and bobs as well. So I found that really weird. I would imagine the interviewer might have felt intimidated by DonWells, as I'm sure most people would, especially if they think like me, that he knows what happened to his daughter.
They're just wanting to help find Summer, and that's their number one goal.
Don says the social media frenzy that's hindered search efforts is also impacting his family.
It's been horrific.
So guys, had you already seen this short clip of Don? Did you find his body language weird? Did you think he was being deceptive? Personally, I do. I do think that he often lets his guilty knowledge slip out through his body language, through his odd choice of language, and especially when he's talking by himself to someone interviewing him and he hasn't got anyone writing his statement for him. So as always, guys, I want to know what you think. Pop your comments below. Did you notice this weird body language from Don? Have you noticed that suddenly he's now talking to news channels? He's going to be on the Body Language Panel's YouTube channel tomorrow evening here in the UK. He went quite quiet for a period of days. He doesn't seem to be appearing on the usual YouTube channels that he appears on, and now he's branching out, and before you know it, he'll probably be on Oprah. To me, it seems like DonWells loves the limelight. He likes being in the media. He likes being in the public eye. I can't see him going away anytime soon. But what I really want, while he's still in our face so much, is for him to just tell the truth. Just tell us where Summer is, Don. I do believe that you and Candace know. And after all these months passing by, isn't it time that you just told the truth? Right, anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed my little body language assessment of Mr. DonWells today. I'll be back with you all very soon for more true crime videos. I hope you will join me. I hope you're all having a great day wherever you are in this great big world of ours. And as always, I'm going to be back with you very soon for another true crime video. Bye for now.